Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to the new comic book day preview video for May 22nd, 2024. Sorry, been a long week. Getting this video out a little bit late, so we're just going to get right into the books, guys. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's check out some books that we're taking a look at this week, some covers that we're picking up, a bunch of really cool stuff. So let's just jump into it. Yeah, hold on one sec. All right, guys. So we're going to start with Cover Fire, best covers of the week. And let's get into it. So first pick for best cover of the week. This is Wonder Woman number 9, the 1 in 25, Daniel Semperi, Virgin variant. Love the design on this. Really cool. I think this is a really unique way of utilizing the negative space covers that we see a lot. Just something a little different. I think the art's beautiful. I just really love this whole design of this book. I love the yellow background. There's a lot to really like about this. So that is our first pick for cover of the week. Our next pick, Amazing Spider-Man number 50. This is the John Tyler Christopher negative space Virgin variant. Obviously, you guys have probably seen the Virgin negative space Virgin variants from John Tyler Christopher. They're a little bit hit or miss for me. Some of them I absolutely love, some not so much. But this one specifically, I really enjoy. Love the white background. I think this just really pops with the black suit. This is definitely one of my favorites of this style that he puts out. Big fan of John Tyler Christopher too. Okay, so honorable mentions, best covers of the week. First up, we have Symbiote Spider-Man 2099 number 3. This is the 1 in 25 Rafael Grassetti variant. Just a really awesome Symbiote Spider-Man 2099 suit. I love how it's coming off of like the design on his suit and the eyes, the symbiote like kind of peeling away from the suit. Plus, like I just really love Rafael Grassetti's style. It's kind of what walks this balance between digital and not so digital. Like I think this is like basically the top of where I want my covers to look as far as a digital image. But just really, I couldn't ignore this cover. I just thought it was so cool. I love the red symbiote like wrapping around him. Just thought this was really badass. So might be looking for this if I could pick it up reasonable. Might be something I'm grabbing. Next up, we have Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong number 7. This is the Christian Duce Kong as Green Lantern foil variant. So this is a foil cover. So I think this is just going to look really great in person. I think this is just a really fun cover. I love the idea of King Kong as a Green Lantern. So really fun cover. I know people have really talked really highly about this book. I have not read this, but it's been recommended a lot. So I might pick it up as a trade. People seem to love it. It really, I think, caught a lot of people by surprise. This was not really something that was on my radar. I had a hard time wrapping my head around the crossover, but people said it's great. The covers have been absolutely beautiful. So, like I said, it's probably something I'm going to be looking for on trade. But this cover specifically, with the foil, I think it's going to look really good. So, something to keep an eye out for. And next up, we have another Spider-Man cover, Amazing Spider-Man number 50. Abon Coelho, black costume variant. So you see these black costume variants all over the place the last couple months, celebrating the anniversary. But I really, really dug this one. I thought this was really well done. This is one of those covers where I feel like the entire thing is pieced together really well. The tray, where the tray dress is, the placement of the character, even the white corners in the top left and bottom right. The cityscape in the background, the kind of glow that he has around him. So I just thought this was really well done, well put together. Just a really beautiful Spider-Man cover. So wanted to throw it on the list. Next up, we have Catwoman 65, the Richard Lynn variant. So you'll see some of the Catwoman Richard Lynn covers coming up the next few weeks. I think she's doing a variant for each cover. In the next few issues. And they obviously have this really strong manga feel to them, but they're beautiful. I love the light coloring on this. I love the cat's face. Like, it's just really unique and distinguishable. Like, you could tell who did this cover. So I absolutely love it. I think it's really cool. I love the green and yellow color scheme that they're kind of working with on this. I'm excited to see more of these covers come out in the next few weeks. And then next up, we have Holy Roller number 6. This is the 1 in 10 Alessandro Michelli variant. I am not currently reading Holy Roller. I picked up, I think I have the issues. I just haven't read it. I haven't really had time to read it yet. So let me know what you guys think of it. It is co-written by Andy Samberg, which is pretty interesting. But this cover really caught my eye. I love the red on this. Just really pops with that like white and blue background. Just a really, really beautiful cover. I like the white trade dress too. I know it's kind of like harder to see, but I think that's really cool. I love the type and the white color. I just think it just really looks good. I just, like I said, really well put together covers. Have been catching my eye lately. So when all aspects seem to work really well, this would also be a really nice Virgin variant, but I do like the header and everything like that on it. So that one's on the list. Next up, we have Fall of the House of X, number 5 by Joshua Cassera. This is the foreshadow variant, which I'm not really sure what that means. I'm guessing it has something to do with foreshadowing, but I just thought this was a really beautiful cover. I love like when you get these Wolverine wolf covers. I like running with the pack. It's weird that he's shirtless, but whatever. But another one of these covers where I think the whole thing works really well, where the trade is placed really well, things like that. I do love this like light blue, almost hue to the whole thing as well. I just thought this was a really cool cover. So there you have it, guys. I think that is it for Cover Fire. Yeah, so let's go back and we'll just run down the covers real fast. So we have the Wonder Woman number 9, the 1 in 25 Danielson Perry Virgin variant, Amazing Spider-Man number 50, the John Tyler Christopher Negative Space Virgin variant, Symbiote Spider-Man 2099 number 3, 1 in 25 Raphael Grossetti variant, Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong number 7, Christian Duce Kong as a Green Lantern foil variant, Amazing Spider-Man number 50, a Bon Coelho black costume variant, Catwoman 65, Richard Lynn variant, the Holy Roller number 6, 1 in 10, Alessandro Maselli variant, and Fall of House of X number 5, Joshua Cassera foreshadow variant. And I apologize if I've butchered anyone's names in there. It's so hard not knowing exactly the pronunciation of some of these names, so bear with me. All right, next up, guys, we have our eagerly awaited category, most anticipated reads and releases of the week. First up, we have Blood Hunt number 2. This is the Red Band edition, which is what I recommend if you're obviously of age or whatever, and checking out this book. That's the edition I would recommend. This is by Jed MacKay, Pepe Larraz, and Marte Gracia. Really awesome crossover story arc, which is really nice to see. It's been a while since we've had a really good one. People have just seemed to really latch onto this. Again, a book that I think kind of caught some people by surprise. I think we're a little, I don't know if jaded is the right word. We're going into these crossover events. You just kind of hold your breath and hope for the best. And this is delivered so far. Granted, it was one issue, so hopefully they can keep it up. But I do know people are excited about it, myself included. So I'll be checking it out and trying to keep up with the tie-ins. A lot of tie-ins. Some I've enjoyed more than others, but the main title has been good so far. Like I said, one issue, but hopefully they can keep it rolling. And then next up, we have Cobra Commander number 5 by Joshua Williamson, Andrea Milana, and Annalisa Leone. Last Cobra Commander issue. So this is the last issue in the 5. It's been amazing so far. I have just really, really enjoyed this. This has come up a bunch on my list. And you've heard me say it probably a bunch that I Cobra Command, G.I. Joe is not something necessarily that I get all that excited for. It's just not something that ever really was like my thing. I always liked the cartoon and G.I. Joe in general. It's just never something that I was very excited about. And these books have been so good that I can't wait. I can't wait for the next series. The entire Energon universe in general has just been amazing. But the G.I. Joe stuff specifically has been awesome. And it really surprised me because, like I said, I wasn't anticipating it. So, yeah, I'm upset and sad to see it end, but excited about the next books that will be coming out. And then for honorable mentions, we have Feral number 3 by Tony Fleece, Trish Forstner and Tony Rodriguez and Brad Simpson. I've enjoyed this so far. It's just been really fun, man. That last issue, number 2, they hit you pretty hard, pretty quickly. You kind of set the tone for how I think the book is going to be and how it's going to go in the future. It's beautiful. I love the art. It's sad and it's tragic and kind of disturbing. It's all over the place, but I honestly, I absolutely love it. Tony Fleece is just firing on all cylinders lately. Seems like everything he touches is on fire. I believe he was nominated for an Eisner Award this past week. So for, I think, Local Man, but yeah, so just really cool. I've just enjoyed this. I'm excited to see where this series goes. It's ongoing, so like it that this isn't ending anytime soon, hopefully. And I just really loved it. I love the characters. I have a feeling it's similar to Walking Dead, where it's like maybe shouldn't get attached to the characters all that fast, but we'll see. But I've really enjoyed it. And there is a cover we wanted to feature for this. It is the 1 in 25 Jenny Frison Virgin variant. Look at this. I mean, I'm a dog person, and I would buy this cover because it's that good. I just absolutely love it. The red on this cover is just amazing. It's something a little different for Jenny Frison. I just absolutely love this cover. I just think this would look really, really well in like a nice, Mylar bag and board. Just or maybe even graded. But we'll see. But I think this cover is beautiful, so we wanted to throw it in there. And next up for honorable mentions, we had Void Rivals number 9 by Robert Kirkman, Lorenzo Del Felici, and Patricia Del Pesce. I'm probably saying at least one of those names wrong, but don't worry about it. Void Rivals is just been very solid. I'm continuing to read it. It's just the Energon universe right now is just on fire. So picking up all books, reading all books, and I enjoyed this. There might be other books in the Energon universe that I've enjoyed more, but I absolutely love this. And now that it's you're getting a little bit more action with the Transformers and stuff, it makes it even much more appealing. So yeah. And then next up, guys, we have Rook Exodus 2 by Jeff Johns, Jason Fabok, Brad Anderson, and Rob Lee. I absolutely love the first issue of this book. I kind of knew I was going to from the Ghost Machine previews and the Ghost Machine release that they did a while back. This was just something that really appealed to me. I love Geiger and I love Red Coat and Junkyard Joe and all that stuff, but this was the original book that I was most excited for. I knew absolutely nothing about it going into it besides that preview. And I love the world building that's going on in this book. I just think this is really cool. And right from the bat, the character design just caught me. It reminded me of like Dino Riders and even Transformers and stuff like that. I was like, if these were toys, I would want these as a kid. It's a world that I just would like immediately gravitate to. And I think that's what appeals to me about it is it kind of stirs that up in me. And not only that, though, the first issue really delivered. I thought the first issue was great. I thought it was really cool. I thought they did a lot of world building. It was a lot of fun. You really grow to appreciate the characters like right off the bat. But the best thing they do is, like I said, the world building, the laying out where the characters are at and why they're there, how this world came to be. And it was amazing. It really was. It was really good. It was a lot of fun. And I'm just really excited to continue it. So it's definitely on my list. Next up, guys, we have Nightwing 114 by Tom Taylor, Bruno Redondo, and Adriano Lucas. So I've been reading Nightwing for probably since I think Tom Taylor took it over. It's been amazing. And unfortunately, it doesn't make the list every week for me. There's just other stuff, more newer books, things like that. And I feel like I kind of forget about it sometimes. It's been very steady. Very consistent book. And this is a new arc. So I figured this was a good point to throw it on this list. If anyone is looking to jump on Nightwing, probably a good point, even though I think this might be Tom Taylor's last story arc on the book. I'm not sure about that. I forgot to look it up before I started recording, but I have a feeling that's what I read. But again, don't quote me on that. But it is a good jumping point to jump on anyway, because it is the beginning of a 5-part story arc. And it looks like it's going to be pretty cool. So I'm excited about it. There's a bunch of covers I wanted to feature. I couldn't decide. This is the A cover, and I know I wanted to feature another cover because all the covers were so great, and I just couldn't decide which one. So we're just going to run through them all real fast. This is the Dan Mora variant. I love the black background. I wish his face wasn't as covered in this, but I just absolutely love this. I thought it was a really cool Nightwing cover. Kind of weird that they chose these 3 covers because I thought they all could have been a different issues cover because they're all so good. So just pack them all onto one issue I thought was interesting. But it is the beginning of a story arc, so maybe that's why. And then we have the Daniel Semperi variant. This is probably my favorite cover of all of them. I love the mountains, how it makes up his his design on his chest in the mountains and the beard. This I just thought was a really, really well designed cover and just something new and interesting, something unique. So really liked it. And then there is the 1/25 Aaron Campbell variant. Obviously, the use of color on this is just gorgeous. The black and blue, and I just absolutely love this cover. It's a great Nightwing cover. So I felt bad leaving one off, so we just threw them all on there. So pick which one you like the best and go for it. And then next up, guys, we have Funky Fresh, most anticipated new title of the week. We decided to go with White Boat #1 by Scott Snyder, Francesco Francavilla from Distillery. You guys see Distillery pop up quite a bit on my list. I'm a big fan of what they're doing over there. There has not been many misses with Distillery. This does sound interesting to me. Even the books that don't sound that interesting to me from Distillery, I've really liked. So, the team is a pretty interesting team on this. I think it will be good. It's a hard concept to describe. So I'm just gonna give it a shot. It's like I said, it's a hard thing to describe what the book sounds like it's about. I have a feeling if I try to describe it, I'll probably end up being way wrong. But I'm just gonna give it a shot. So there, that's the bottom line. For honorable mentions, we have Spider-Gwen, the Ghost Spider, #1 by Stephanie Phillips and Chris Capana from Marvel, obviously. We're getting a Spider-Gwen series. They seem to be pumping them out. When one ends, the next one begins, and they just keep cranking them out. An interesting story, I guess, that she's coming to the main universe to stay. So that's cool. I think the most intriguing thing with the Spider-Gwen books is you're going to get some great covers with them. So with the #1, you're obviously going to have some really awesome covers for this book. So we wanted to feature that. There's the 1/100 Jenny Frison Virgin variant. This is beautiful. I think this is an awesome Spider-Gwen cover. I would have also put the orderable non-virgin up there as well, but the trade dress on the preview was like right across her forehead. I think that's moved. I think they moved it to like the lower bottom right corner. So if that's the case, the orderable cover is probably just as good, but this is probably something to look out for. The 1/100. I think it's beautiful, so I could see this one being a hot commodity. And then we also have the Hernanda Souza foil variant. I think this is going to look really cool as a foil. I'm kind of hoping it's a spot foil with just the background being in foil or just her being in foil, but I'm not sure. I haven't seen a copy in person yet, so we'll see. But I think either way, it's probably going to look pretty beautiful. So we wanted to throw that on there. And then we also didn't want to list every exclusive, but I am a big J. Scott Campbell fan, and I think this was something, one of his more recent ones that I've really enjoyed. So this is the J. Scott Campbell web store Virgin variant Cityscape exclusive. These are available over on his web store for pre-order, so you guys can still pick these up. It's interesting. Like the thing that appeals to me most about this cover is the Gwen on the left, the larger Gwen on the left there. Honestly, I could have taken it with just that. Like I don't need Gwen in the middle or Gwen on the right there. But the larger unmasked Spider-Gwen I thought was really, really awesome. I also love the upside down cityscape in the background. It's interesting because the cityscape upside down doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me because it looks like every character on the cover is just standing regular straight up and not hanging from anything. So I thought it was an interesting choice to use an upside down background, but you see it quite a bit. But I think it frames the cover really nicely. I would have, like I said, would have loved to see just the one on the left with just that um with just the framing of the city up top. I think that would have looked awesome. But I do really like this. I might pick it up. We'll see. I'm not sure. I haven't really decided just yet, but we might pick up the set, the sign set. We'll see. And then I think we have one more. Yes, the Blood Squad 7, #1 by Joe Casey and Paul Fry from Image. Interesting book here. Basically, and I feel like you kind of see this a lot where it's a superhero team that's kind of getting back together after like their heyday. But this is one that focuses on a team in the 90s, 30 years later, which is kind of painful for me to say that it's 30 years from the 90s, but that's besides the point. So I just feel like this is a love letter to 90s comics, which is what I grew up with, which is what I loved as a kid. So I'm really excited about this. I think this has a real good shot of being kind of like a sleeper pick of something that might fly under the radar as a really good read. So I'm going to pick it up, give it a shot, and we'll see what happens. And then for our Spotlight Key of the Week, we have Superman 14 by Joshua Williamson, pardon me, and Rafa Sandoval from DC. Key significance here, first full appearance of the Brainiac Queen. So full honesty, I'm not reading Superman. I didn't even know Joshua Williamson was writing Superman. It kind of makes me want to read it more because I've loved his stuff on G.I. Joe, on the Joe books. So, but anyway, you got a first appearance here by the Brainiac Queen. So maybe something worth picking up, checking out. I'll probably grab a copy just for spec and stuff like that, but who knows? But let me know if I should be reading Superman. I'm just not the biggest Superman guy. So, unless someone's like, you got to be reading this story, it kind of goes by the wayside for me. But like I said, we do get a first appearance in this book. So maybe something worth checking out. All right, guys. And there you have it. That is the full list for New Comic Book Day preview. Like I said, sorry I'm getting this out late, guys. It's just been a crazy couple of weeks. But we did want to get it out. I know it'll only be up for about a day before New Comic Book Day, but it's still worth getting it out there. And hopefully you guys are enjoying the video. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Get out to your LCSs. Let me know what you guys are picking up, what you guys are reading. I always want to hear that stuff. And as always, guys, happy hunting.